first off, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Wichita's own brand new world champion, Nico. Quite an affair up there. And I really, before we get rolling with some questions and stuff, I'd like to, on behalf of KO Night Boxing, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Kansas Star Casino, all of its staff, absolutely class act, wonderful operation to deal with. We were very fortunate for not only KO Night's world title fight for Nico Hernandez, but also the launching of a new series called Superbox Live, with events that will be taking place both in the United States, Canada, and perhaps internationally as well. So this was also the inaugural launch for a brand new series. So again, thank you, Kansas Star, for all your support in making this a great show. So thank you. I also want to thank, as they mentioned in the ring, a couple of other groups that we've been working with very closely on the series. I want to thank Kansas Tourism. They were fantastic. Not only did they come in and support the event, and they felt it was important to, being that this was the first world title fight in the state's history, they also felt that it was something to get behind with Nico from the state. And they really felt that this was a great opportunity. And again, I want to thank Kansas Tourism for coming aboard. And also I'd like to thank Venom, who stepped in as the official gloves of not only KO Night, but also with Superbox Live. So without any more of that stuff, I'm going to kind of get started right away on the questions. I'm just going to randomly kind of go. Who wants to kind of jump on first? Do you want to go? Do you want to go first? You want to go first? Okay, perfect.
Nico, I mean, obviously, I don't think anybody expected to necessarily go that fast, but what allowed you to just kind of dominate from the get-go?
I think a lot of people, underestimate my power, and I believe that, once he did feel my power, then I don't think he wanted it anymore. Just did it like that, I guess.
What was going through your mind when you knocked him down that first time, when you just kind of smelled blood?
Yeah, definitely. When I knocked him down, I felt that I hit him. I felt that I could hit him with a good punch, and I still didn't, rush into it because I was just still trying to set up my punches, and I wasn't even warmed up yet. So that's just how that went.
Yes.
This was the most experienced boxer you've seen so far, yet this was the fastest match we've seen so far. What's your take on that?
I thought it was gonna go, a couple more rounds, but I believe like I said in the ring, I feel like I took his heart away, and he didn't expect me to hit as hard as I did.
Okay, I would like to, just on that, jump in for a quick second. I want to introduce Whit Hayden, who you've met before, who's the matchmaker for KO Night Boxing. Whit, can you just give the media a couple comments on Nico's performance? Obviously, that was a one-round affair, but I'd love to get Whit Hayden's take on it as well. Like I said, matchmaker for KO Night Boxing.
Nico, he had that awesome amateur career, but really, when a lot of people turn pro from the amateurs, you always hear the same thing out of the amateurs. Oh, he's got a pro style. Never mind all these guys. This guy right here has a pro style. Yes, he won an Olympic bronze medal, but what he is really is a great professional, and he has up close what you would call the wow factor. When you see him up close, he is snapping, thudding, all kinds of power shots, super fast. He's a world. I'd say he's already like at the world-class level. Just astonishing skills and athletic ability. So he's going to just. I foresee a lot of knockouts coming. I mean, a lot. He just vaporizes people. He really does.
Well, on that note, I wanted to kind of come over to John Anderson for a quick second, promoter for KO Night Boxing. John, in the ring, after that one-round victory, and that Nico took care of, I believe there was another Olympian that Nico proposed that could be a good matchup. Is that something that you'd like to see happen?
Possible. I mean, Patty Barnes a good amateur background as well. I think he won the bronze twice. He was favored, I believe, to win the gold when Nico was going on. So they both have the same record, and they're both 5-0. I think it's something to talk about. It could be down the road a little bit, but I think it's worth mentioning. And I think Patty's. I think that's stylistically, it's a really good fight because he likes to come forward too, and he loves the body. So I think that would be, fight of the year candidate type stuff.
And on that note, let's just say it was a possibility, Nico. Obviously you've had the opportunity here, main event in your hometown and stuff like that. If there was the opportunity that a bout like that could be put together, how ready are you feeling to go to Ireland?
I'm
take a couple of questions. I'd like to go to Luis Hernandez, Nico's father and trainer. Luis, obviously there was a lot going on this week. It was a great performance. You want to comment a little bit on, again, not a lot because it was one round with it, but just comments from the last fight to this fight on how you feel that Nico's power has improved.
Yeah, I mean, it's improved quite a bit, like I told everybody, like he says, they underestimate his power. And he is a very, very strong 112, very strong. Like he's one of the strongest in the division, in the whole world, of course. Like I said, they underestimate his power, but like this guy, he underestimated Nico's power, until Nico hit him. And I don't think the second punch, he was still hurt when he fell down the second time. And Nico just threw a couple jabs at him. So Nico took it hard away after the first punch, and the first time he was down, and after that he didn't want it anymore. I mean, like I said, we're taking our time, where like I said, Patty Barnes, he's a great fighter, that's somebody down the road we definitely like to run into, I think Nico's got all the time in the world to beat him, I think that Nico's got all the time in the world to capture several world belts, just aside this one, but yeah, I mean, like I said, we did this deal, we planned to box him, which we did in the first round. We wasn't going to bang with him, we wanted to see where he at, because we was going to show the world, they've seen Nico bang, but they haven't seen him box. Nico can box. I mean, you see in the Olympics, he's a different style. That's what everybody's been seeing. They haven't seen the best of Nico yet. They've seen the style, that he can bang, but he can do both. Either way you want to go with it, he can take you to deep waters either way. So, like I said, they haven't seen the best of Nico Hernandez yet.
Israel, Villas, I was part of Team Nico as well. Israel, obviously that was 112 that Nico made and made him spot on with it. Do you foresee the ability for Nico to go up in weight, or do you kind of think 112 is kind of where you guys want to kind of try to be for now?
I think he's going to run with this 112, grab these titles with this 112. Like you all know, a lot of people in his last fights, he's fought guys that have been bigger than him. So you now see what he can do with the 112, an actual 112 pounder.
Okay.
So he's going to grab a lot of titles at this weight class.
Well,
It's a
speaking of
very
types,
stacked division, by the way.
It
I don't
is.
mean to interrupt, but
Yeah, it's a deep
the
division.
112 is stacked, and there's a lot of talent in the division. So there's a lot of good fights there for us, not just Patty. I think there's a lot of stuff there to look at. A lot of guys in the top 10.
Mr. Steve Sloger, obviously you've now filled the vacant IBA world title. You were obviously there and you were officiating about. What can you say about the IBA now having a champion in the form of Nico Hernandez as part of your organization?
Well, as you first of all want to thank Commissioner Adam Rohrbach. We're treated beautifully in the great state of Kansas. The historic value of being first is a tremendous accomplishment. When we relaunched about 2 years ago, this is the perfect young man for us. A young organization. I think he is as good as any. At this stage, 5 fights. They say, why? Well, he's an Olympian, so he gets passed. That opens the door, but Nico's walked through the door. And we're just honored to have him wear this belt. And I think at this stage of his career, his promotional team, when I'm not in the ring with him, I'm a fan. I want to see him go after Ryan Valoria, a champion that's somewhat whatever, just what, that's maybe a little bit too ambitious. But I see him on that level with 112s. And I just think he's got to remain as humble as he is and just keep on fighting because he does a tremendous job. He's a big 112, in case anybody's interested.
And John, do you have any follow-up comments based on
No,
that?
he just looked stronger than I was
He sure
amazed.
did.
He looked huge.
Huge.
I was amazed. So, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, there's a lot more to come at 112 pounds. I mean, this is, I'm obviously happy that I'm sitting here. So I'm thankful, appreciative of the team, the work they put in, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this is a great opportunity for KO as well. Having the IBA, winning the world title. This is huge for us. But I mean, having Nico is just an honor. So I'm thrilled to have him as a fighter.
I was going to say, and Adam Rohrbach, who's the commissioner of the Kansas State Commission for Boxing and so forth, Adam, obviously this was the first world title fight for the state. You know, we continue to bring the events here and stuff. From your commission standpoint, how do you feel about this particular performance in card? Not performance, I should say, card.
I thought it was a great card. I mean, obviously exciting fights, a lot of finishes. I thought our officials had another great night and kind of a straight ending to one of the fights, but I thought our referee got it exactly right from where we were all sitting. We'll go back and watch the video, obviously, like we always do on any controversial ending. And both fighters in the title fight, you know, everybody left it out there, great fight. We're just happy to be back at the Kansas Star for the first world title fight in the history of the state of Kansas. Hopefully not the last one. And we're, you know, when the commission was founded, and actually one of the founding members was here tonight, Representative Tom Burrows, the stated goal was to bring a world title fight to the state of Kansas. So I'd like to thank Knockout Night Boxing.
I think what I'd like to do, I think we wanted to give you guys some more and ladies some more sound bites, but I'd like to turn it back to obviously to you folks who are the media that have come to cover this once again. And can I take another question? Yes.
Nico, what did you do to prepare for this fight?
Just a lot of hard work and a lot of sparring with my brother and a lot of people in the gym and just been my conditioning's been crazy. Been working real hard. It's been this is probably the hardest I've worked. And I felt really good out there. Even though it was the first round, but I felt like I could do 15 more of those.
Awesome.
Steve, compare the performance from the last time that you were in there as a referee to now.
Good question. He looked so much stronger tonight. Maybe Victor Torres was a bigger fighter, but he looked very, look, don't get me wrong. Victor, despite of the record, Victor Torres is a tough guy. And I enjoyed that, watching Nico break him down and then stop him. That's art. The kid's an artist. He just blew this guy out. I mean, he got dropped with a beautiful body shot. He did not want to get up.
It just took
He did not want to get up.
soul from him.
Coach, because, you know, it's the first title fight in our state. I don't want to say, oh man, first knockdown, he got jumped. So I want to give him every possible opportunity. You know, 9, 9.5, 9 3/4. And then
It was a long second.
It was a long 10. Don't tell my boss, it was a long 10. But then this one circled around, dropped 2 jabs, and he said, I'm going back to the airport.
Thank you, Steve.
Very strong, very, very strong. Just a tremendous performance.
It's fit.
In 2 minutes and change.
I'd like to, just before we do that, Zoltan Petroni, who's the manager for Sylvester Canales, I'd like to invite him up for a sec because he kind of had some comments backstage about it, and he just wanted to talk a little bit about it because he had 2 fighters that they brought over. Zoltan's team has been tremendous for us to deal with. John and I have worked with them on a number of occasions. Well over 100 fighters that he has on his roster and stuff. They even brought Sylvester here to climatize like a week in advance and stuff. So I think you know, we've got to spend some time together. I've got to know their fighters as well. And Zoltan, I just wanted to give you the opportunity to sort of comment. I know you said you'd be comfortable to do this. So.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
I'm very sorry. What can I do after a very short fight? Our plan was, of course, not this situation, but I was many times in foreign countries. I many times fought with my other fighters in USA. The public is fantastic, therefore I have to again. The public fantastic, the promoters fantastic, the feeling was fantastic, the boxers fantastic. I can be very happy after the lost fight when for example, not TKO, and long fight for losing points. I'm very happy always, happy promoter, happy the public, everybody. So I said my boxers, Sylvester is a good fighter, but in tonight his main problem was, I think, in his head inside. Yes, he got the big punches. He said me, oh, I got the big punches from Nico in the second minute. But I saw when he was on the floor, he did not get really big punches. Therefore, I am very angry because what can I do? So I'm very sorry for the television, for the public, for everybody, because this was not my plan. I'm very happy for my
Zoltan,
fighter.
there's nothing to apologize for. Like I said, we have all respect for all fighters that climb into the ring. They're all individuals and stuff like that. And again, we appreciate it. I know you and I talked backstage. I felt it was important for you to at least convey to the media how you're feeling. Again, I still like to give Sylvester now from the team a big round of applause. Traveling a long distance, well over 19 hours. I know from seeing the booking of the flights, but nevertheless, we will certainly be working with Zoltan and his team again. We will be bringing some more fighters over here to Kansas with KO Night. And again, Zoltan, on behalf of Superbox Live and KO Night, thank you for again coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Esteban, thank you. Thank you. We'll open up for a few more questions. Yes, can I?
Nico, I know that you're obviously trying to finish the guy as fast as possible. Was it almost kind of disappointing that like you didn't really get into the fight off or was almost done that fast?
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. I thought it was gonna go a little bit longer, but I can't really be that disappointed. I'm a world champion now. So.
Nico, you said that you have been training with your younger brother. Your father is your coach. It's a whole family affair there. How important is family to you guys in this entire process?
It's real important, everybody on Team Nico is family to me, and I trust all them, and I believe they're leading me the right way, and it's just a big family, and we all come together and make it all work.
And seeing Nico's grandparents in there as well, I was going to say, it was nice to see your grandmother in there. All those fights, and it was nice to see her climb in the ring.
Right there.
Yep.
May I just have Louis
Absolutely.
answer
Please.
the same question?
So you just,
May I have you answer the same question? Just how important is family to this entire operation?
was very important. I mean, we all work together, we all help each other, because like I said, we don't have a whole lot of sparring out here, and then we have another one, he's just a little brother preparing for national golden gloves when she made his nationals, but she just got back in the ring, trained for 3 months, but that was Nicholas' primary sparring partner, and he's hell, he's another one coming up to look out for, but it's his younger brother, but we all work together, and he gives Nico good work, and it's a close family, of course, got Israel, we both see what's best for Nico, and just like I said, but all our family together, I mean, even the gym, we're all like family, everybody does what it takes. If we gotta focus on a certain fighter, even if we gotta change the style up of other fighters, because we got runners in the gym, we got different styles in the gym, so we use that to our advantage since we can't use the sparring as in LA or Vegas or, East Coast, so we have to use what we have, so that's what we do, so.
I just want to know, John just had a comment, speaking of amateur, because you probably noticed we had, two off-camera, off-TV bouts with the amateurs. So John, I just wanted to
get a chance, so I wanted to thank you guys for putting together the amateur thing so quick and so fast.
Yeah, we felt it was important, just given the grassroots here in the state, and obviously with what Lewis and Israel do, that we were able to provide these young athletes also a platform to be here at the Kansas Star, compete on the big stage, so to speak. And who knows, from those prospects, we could have another future possible Nico Hernandez coming up through the ranks. So I'm going to turn it back to some more questions. Yes, please.
Nico, talking about Team Nico. Team Nico's about to get a little bit bigger, isn't it? It's just a little bit too. How big of a role did that play? I mean, did you feel like you had a little bit extra motivation for this?
Yeah, definitely. Having my son on the way is a lot of motivation for me. Just makes me want to, makes me wake up and want to push harder. Do what I have to do to, be able to provide for my family.
How many more? What's the countdown on it right now? Because I see someone sitting over there very proud. So
due date is July 10th.
July 10th. Okay, mark that on the calendar for sure. Bill.
Nico, I'm going to test you right now, see if you can walk me through the knockout. One of the things that I noticed sitting ringside is that you tried to establish the gym. You told me earlier in the week you want to show more of your skills, you want to box. But at the end of the day, it looked like you wanted a knockout. Can you walk me through how I believe that it wasn't just scheme rolling over a smaller, outgunned opponent? It looked like you set him up. Talked with your dad as well. Can you walk us through how you knocked him out? And I'll see if you're accurate.
Yeah. I didn't
second question is for your team, Mr. Anderson. You mentioned Patty Barnes. Very ironic that he was a bronze medalist as well as Nico. Talked to Whit too about that fight. You said down the road. Nico, it looked like after that second knockdown, you weren't happy. There was, if I could capture and freeze that moment, you actually kind of frowned that moment. Like, I can't believe I don't have more fight in this guy. You called out Barnes. The promoter set to the left of you. How soon do we need to make that fight? Is it 2018, 19? Where do you see it?
As soon as they want to chat, you know, I mean, we're letting them know that, I mean, we're here. So, you know, as soon as they want to get talking, you know, I'll be on the phone Monday. So, you know, we'll see. You know, maybe it's something we're setting up early next year. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll get another one in the fall. And maybe we fight on the same card. You know what I mean? And then we set it up as a bigger fight. You know, so it just needs to be talked about. You know, I think it's something that, you know, it's not like Patty is 22 years old. You know what I mean? So they're moving him along quick as well. So, you know, I believe, I mean, Nico's ready for him, but, you know, I wouldn't mind us doing, you know, maybe we do a little, you know, set up between the two of us, you know, get on a main, co-main type thing, get people interested, kind of get the juices flowing, and then make the fight, you know. But, I mean, you know, let's see how it goes. I mean, this is, you know, Patty probably didn't see that coming. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
And actually, just so you know, too, that the event will partially, well, especially Nico's fight, that'll actually be airing on a delay in the UK as well on Knockout TV. So that'll be seen there, and I'm sure that there'll be people checking out some additional footage in that through Fight TV, which was covering it worldwide live as well today. So, any couple more questions that I can take? Anybody else looking for something? Are we getting close? Getting close? Getting close? Final call. All right, Nico. Anything else you'd like to end with?
No, you know, just, you know, once again, I want to thank everybody that came out to support. I want to thank promoter John Anderson right here. You know, thank Steve, and you know, everybody that's at this table. And I just want to thank everybody that's been watching, you know, following me, supporting the move, and I want to continue to, you know, just be successful and keep moving my way up.
All right, well, with that note, moving our way up, we're going to move our way out. So again, I'd like to very much thank the media on behalf of KO9 Boxing for their support. Again, thank you for having us for a great night of fights.